Good day, everyone. My name is Olakunle Olatunji, your favorite agro-veggie farmer, Olatfarms. Yeah, because I'm here today to talk about good farm practices. You understand? Many people, they go into farming without even knowing the niche of what it takes to be a very good farmer. And it's not about just farming, it's about farming and having a bountiful harvest. At least when you want to farm, you are investing. It's an investment. At times we don't take farming as a job. We don't take it too serious. That's the reason why most of people they will say they want to retire into farming. And farming business is a very complex and wide one. If you don't know the do's and don'ts, my brother, you are going to regret going into farming. Yes, a lot of people will tell you that farming is very lucrative. Yes, it's very lucrative. And I can still tell you that if you don't practice an healthy farm tips, my brother, things you will be sorry for yourself. So what are the things that will make your farm to do very well? Whether you're going into tomato farm, you're going into cucumber farm, okra farm, the major farm tips that you need to know. These are the things that I will be discussing in this particular video. One, for you to have a very good bountiful harvest in any choosing crops or vegetables that you want to go into, there are three hands that you need to understand very well. You need to understand the product, the process, and then the people. When I say the product is what you wanted to be planting. Whether you want to go into cucumber farm, at least you need to understand how cucumber works very well. The seed, the best seed to plant, the best fungicide, the normal routine, the fertilizer applications that you're supposed to be giving to each of these products. You need to understand at least, okay, fine, this is the best seed for cucumber, this is the best seed for tomato, this is the best seed for pepper, this is the best seed for okra. You understand? At least you understand it very well. And then where you're going to sell your products, it's very, very, very important. At least you need to have a market, a ready-made market, that whenever you are harvesting, you don't have to wait. You get an off-taker that will pick your goods. You need to understand all those things. That's the product. And now when we're talking of the process, fine. You want to farm, and you went to go and buy your land in a rocky place, a place that has a lot of stones. My brother, you have already started as a failure, because the land you're planting is too stony. Your plant can never do well. So before you plant, where you're going to site your farm is very, very important. It's very, very paramount to the success of your plant, to the success of your farm, which the land is very, very important. And then, is the road accessible? Where you're going to set up your farm, is it accessible? If you harvest, can a bus come in? Can a big truck come in? At least the vicinity where you're going to site your farm, it must be accessible to any kind of motor to enter. So those are the things you need to consider them before you go into farming, before you even start at all. And then again, in Nigeria today, most of the farming things that we do, it's rain-fed this thing. That's what we do that's what we practice in Nigeria. If there is no rain, most of people don't plant. We will go up to like a 7-6 month holiday before we start planting. Until rain comes, then people will start planting. So when you want to site your farm, it's either you look for a place where you know that at least there is a big river But the river there, it runs through the year. It's the river never goes dry. You understand? It's an added facility for you that will make your farms to do very well. And then you think about irrigation. Irrigation is, wow, it's the best. Irrigation farming is the best. That's what I do practice in every of my farm. People think I major only in cucumber farm, but no. The reason why I do cucumber farm is just because of, I always tell people, no matter the kind of farms you want to do, you want to engage in, to run the cost of a farm, it's not an easy task. Your farm workers, you need to give them money. They have responsibilities too. They have kids, they have wives, they have relatives that depends on them. So when they work for you, so definitely they are depending on you, and then you have to give them at least a good life also. They are human beings too, so you need to treat them very well. And for you to run this course, it's not easy. So you just have to look for a suitable crop so that you know that, okay, fine, when you plant it, it gives you back your money within a short period of time. That's the reason why I major most in cucumber farming. You understand? Because when I plant, I just have to wait for 6 weeks, and boom, here is my money again. You understand? And I can take care of whatever expenses that comes in the farm. You understand? It's easier for me to do that. So it's an income that keeps coming. It's an income that keeps coming. In every of my farm where I practice my cucumber farm, at least I harvest like 6 times in a year. Just imagine, 6 times in a year that I do my harvest, and the money comes in often and often like that. So money that comes in from cucumber, that is what I use to take care of the responsibilities in the farm. And me myself, I have responsibilities too, relatives, friends, wives, the kids are there. So you need some things that will, at least, that will keep you rolling. So that's what cucumber does for me, and that's the reason why I so much like cucumber farming, because whatever I invested in it, at least I got it back in just a relatively small time. So that's that. So whenever you're planning your farm, I think you should consider putting at least a cucumber farm at one side. And then now, after you've done that, you now let us talk of the people. For your farm to do very well, you have to have a very good mentor, a very good farm manager, and a very good worker. You understand? Because you can't be in the farm often and often. You won't be the one tilling the farm. You won't be the one doing the ridges. You understand? You won't be the one doing the planting. Okay, fine, you are planting like hectares of land. Will only you do it? So you have to treat people very well. It is the area that you need to take that you need to take very care of. You understand? You take care of that aspect. Your farm workers, your farm managers, and then your consultant. Look for a consultant, not just anyhow consultant, a practicing one that you visited his farm, that fine, this person is really practicing this thing, that has had several years of experience. So let the person be your mentor, let him or her be your guidance. Then with the person, okay, fine, you will be fine. And then having a good workers. You see, I keep telling people, it's the way you treat your workers. That's how your farm will be. If you treat them very well, fine. You see, those people, they will work their hearts for you. Most of all these in my farm, the workers I have, most of them are from, I have workers from Togo, and I have workers from Taraba State. I get few from Akwa Ibom too. You understand? And at least most of them are very good and they are very trustworthy. At least the workers that I have in my farm. And it's the way I treat them. It's the way I treat my workers. I don't treat them like maybe they are nobody. No. Your workers, they are the backbone of any business. So you just have to treat them very, very well. It's very, very important. You try to relate with them. You make yourself accessible to them. Let them be able to access you. Let them be able to come to you. You understand? So whenever they have any problem, at least they come directly to you, so it won't affect your farm. My workers, we relate. Every one of us will relate often and often. And when we are in the farm, we joke, we laugh, and they are very accessible to me. They call me often and often. I call them often and often. So even if anything is going wrong in the farm, if I'm not there, I'm very sure that they will take care of it. They call me to tell me. It's because the way I treat them. Whenever I'm going to the farm, I make sure, okay, fine, okay, this is what I can get for them. I get it for them, aside their salary. And their salary is going often and often. And I can see they are doing very wonderfully well in my farm. They are doing wonderfully well. So your workers, you need to take care of them. And then your farm manager, you just don't get anyhow farm manager. Your farm manager has to be a dedicated one. Just imagine, you have a very big farm. Like, let me start with 5 acres. 5 acres of land, and maybe you are practicing tomato 1 acre, okra 1 acre, sweet corn another acre, cucumber 1 acre, and then maybe you now have pepper 1 acre, and you now have just 2 people on there. My brother, it's your farm will not do well. There is nothing you cannot do. There is nothing you can do to it. You will run at a huge loss, because you're talking of 5 acres where at least 8 people should be working. At least 8 people should be working. From 8 upward, at least between 8 and 10 people should be working in at least in 5 acres of land. That's when your farm can do very well. And then you don't plant those plants at the same time. You understand? You need to plan your farm. You need to plan your farm very well. If you have 5 acres of land, you don't plant them at a go. At least you have a worker. You should have a plan for it. You plan your farm in a way that it will be structured very well. Let's say maybe you first plant cucumber. Let's say after 2 weeks of it, you now plant maybe your okra. Make something out of your out of your farm. And then your farm manager needs to be someone that will be on your farm often and often to look after the farm. How is the farm doing? And when you're going to get a good farm manager, you get a farm manager for each let me say for most of all your plants, all your crops that you're planting. At least you have to know that the manager you are getting has a little knowledge of the crops you're planting. And then you too yourself as a farm owner, because most of all these expenses, it lies on you. If there is any loss in the farm, then my brother, you'll be the one to bear it. So you have to have a knowledge of what you're going into. You have to have a knowledge. That's the reason why I said the products. You understand? We've mentioned the product. You make a research. You Google. You read books. You understand? For you to even understand what you're going into. And now you will now have to look for a good consultant. Like I told you, a good consultant. There are many social media warriors. Hey, I'm a consultant. I can consult for you. I can do this, but they've never even stepped into the farm. Yes, they are agric students. They are agricultural students. They read agric in school, but they've never practiced it. You understand? Being practical is different from all these theoretical things that they read in school. We are in the farm. You understand? I'm a farmer because that's what I practice often and often, and I'm always in the farm. You understand? I can tell you if I see anything that is wrong with any plant. Oh, see, this is downy. This is mosaic. You understand? I can identify disease. I can tell you categorically what to use and what not to use, because it's years of experience. What have happened to me before, I won't let it happen to me again. I will look for a solution. And if I look for a solution and I get the solutions right, I take my pen and put it down. Whatever I mix together that gives me a good result, I jot them down. I make a research often and often. That's why that I've been farming for quite a long time. I'm still learning. I'm still searching. You find me on the internet. You understand? My wife knows me very well. Whenever I got home, Even in the midnight, you see me checking my phones. I'm always with my phone, you understand, on the internet, researching. As in, I just want to get better. Despite the fact that, okay, fine, at least I can say I knew one or two things about farming. But still, it doesn't stop me from researching often and often because I want to get better. Yes, I'm getting a good yield, but I know I can still get more. So for me to be able to get more, so definitely I need to research more. I need to do many things more. So that's it. So let's go back to that consultation aspect. Look for a good consultant and a good mentor. Those are the persons that will make your farms to do very well. Don't be shy, and then don't be shy to pay them. Don't give them a peanut. Your farm workers, you don't give them peanuts. Your farm managers, don't give them a peanut. And then someone that wants to impact his knowledge, his or her knowledge into you, and you said you wanted to give the person a peanut. Can you go to a doctor and tell a doctor, oh, hey doctor, because I wanted to see you today, I want you to just treat me for free? Or can you go to a mechanic and ask a mechanic, okay fine, oh, this is my motor, something is happening to my motor, please, oh, I just want you to do it for me for free. Farming is a profession. A consultant too, they need to collect money for whatever the information they gives you. Most of them, they are crop doctors. We consultants, we are crop doctors. You understand? As you take yourself to any doctors as a human being, likewise we too, we are crop doctors. We can tell you what you can do for you to make your farm to do very well. So you don't look at it as if there is nothing we are doing. We are passing our years of experience. That's what we wanted to give to you. Me, when I started, I don't have any mentor. Had it been I have a mentor, or maybe I look for a one consultant, I wouldn't have learned expensively. I learn expensively. Whatever I need in agriculture today, I learn it expensively. But thank God, here I am today. I give God all the glory. Most of the people that will start together, they are nowhere to be found. You understand? But it's because of my resilience, my persistence. That is the reason why I'm here today. I'm a lover of agriculture. I love agri very well. And you know, it's what I breathe. Since when I was young, that's when I've had interest in agriculture. You know, I remember that time my mother used to take us to one of her cousins, and when we got there, they have a mini farm. We are always in the farm. I will help them to do one or two things, you know, planting cassava and maize then. So it amazes me that when you put something into the ground, it will sprout out, and before you know, it's going to bring fruit. You understand? So that thing amazed me. So that aspect has always been in me when I was young. So I have love for agriculture, and that's what makes it to where I am today. Whatever you are doing, you just have to have a passion for it. Passion, you can't take passion away. If you don't have passion for whatever you're doing, you cannot be successful in it. You understand? A mentor. Had it been I have a mentor, or maybe I look for a one consultant, I wouldn't have learned expensively. I learn expensively. Whatever I need in agriculture today, I learn it expensively. But thank God, here I am today. I give God all the glory. Most of the people that will start together, they are nowhere to be found. You understand? But it's because of my resilience, my persistence. That is the reason why I'm here today. I'm a lover of agriculture. I love agri very well. And you know, it's what I breathe. Since when I was young, that's when I've had interest in agriculture. You know, I remember that time my mother used to take us to one of her cousins, and when we got there, they have a mini farm. We are always in the farm. I will help them to do one or two things, you know, planting cassava and maize then. So it amazes me that when you put something into the ground, it will sprout out, and before you know, it's going to bring fruit. You understand? So that thing amazed me. So that aspect has always been in me when I was young. So I have love for agriculture, and that's what makes it to where I am today. Whatever you are doing, you just have to have a passion for it. Passion, you can't take passion away. If you don't have passion for whatever you're doing, you cannot be successful in it. You understand? I'm a biochemist. That's what I read when I was in higher institution. But today, I'm an agronomist, and I'm a veggie farmer, and I'm proud to be one. Honestly, because That's what I think it's much part of me. I like to see a plant grow and nurtured very well. I don't like when the plant is suffering. You need to give them their own food. And what is their food? Is you taking care of them, doing your weeding, the normal weeding every day and night. It's very, very important. You give them the normal nutrients. Either you want to go organic or inorganic. There are some certain things that you can use to make your farms to do very well. The fungicide of those words, you need the insecticide so that insects will not attack your plants. You need to spray them regularly. That's how your farm can do very well. If you can understand all these things that I've already laid down, my brother, you won't regret ever going into agriculture. You won't regret ever going into farming as a whole. Farming pays a lot. It pays. And farming, it's the thing that can really sustain our economy. There is no country in this world that puts farming aside or agriculture aside that survive. You understand? So we need to go back to agriculture as a whole, and we need to take it as a profession. We must not take it as just an ordinary job. We take it as a profession, because one way or the other, people must eat every day. People must eat every day. And when you see every aspect area of our life revolves around agriculture, revolves around farming. The clothes you wear, it's from agriculture. You get it. The shoes you put on, it's from agriculture. Most of all these cosmetics that women use is from agric. You understand? So agric is very, very, very wide. You just have to look for which one that suits you in agriculture. You understand? And then you go into it. Whatever the area that you choose to go into, dedicate yourself. Do findings, make research, go to people that have been practicing it before, learn from them. That's how you can break even in agriculture. You understand? And like I do say, agriculture pays a lot. Let's go green. I've already told you the 3 harms that you must take very, very, very important if you want to go into farming. The product, the process, and then the people. Those 3 things are very, very, very paramount. If you can be able to find a way to balance those 3 together, my brother, success will await you. I'm your regular agro-veggie farmer, aka Olatfarm. Keep farming right with Olatfarm got you. And then for consultations, you want us to come and help us to set up your farm, we'll always be there for you. You can call us on 070-6502-1189. I repeat, 070-6502-1189. You can get us on WhatsApp through the number, and you can place a direct call. Then we will surely give you our best. At Olatfarm, we make sure that people get whatever they invest into their farms. We make sure that they get it back. We give you very good guidance, and then I'm very sure you won't regret it when we consult for you on your farm. Let me just show you one of our plants, just a few things. Yeah, come here. This is just a cucumber farm. This is our training facility. You can show them that place. You see, that's a cucumber farm. This is our training facilities. You can see that it's all irrigated. Yeah, this is a cucumber. It's going, and then this is a okra. This one is for the family. You understand? If I eat this, so this is okra field. You understand? This one, we don't sell this. The one we sell, we plant them in another farm. But this is a training facility. You can see our okra farm. You can see this is it. This will be ready by December. By the special grace of God, it will be ready for eating. So this is what I do. This one is just for me and my families and friends, just to eat. And this is a cucumber farm. This is where we train people. This is training facilities that will train people. You want to come and let us train you? Yeah, definitely we are going to train you. And then you won't regret any of it. You can see the pipe. You can see this is our storage. It's an irrigated farm. We have our other farms at Lagoon. That's that's a main farm. At least we have up to like 5 acres of land over there that we use to practice farming.